Our first guest tonight is a talented actor and comedian. You know him from his work on Community and films such as The Hangover and Crazy Rich Asians. You can see him on the hit series The Masked Singer, which airs Wednesday nights on Fox. Please welcome back to the show, Ken Jeong. How are you, Ken?
Fine. How are you doing? Thank you for having me, brother. Appreciate it.
It's always a delight to see you, and I do want to talk about your show, which is always joyous and a show that I think a lot of people watch together, watch with their families. But I also want to give you a moment to address what a difficult time this has been, not just for all of us, but hyper specifically the Asian American community.
Yes, thank you so much, Seth. And yeah, just with regard to the situation in Atlanta and the shootings in Atlanta, my heart's thoughts and prayers go out to all affected, and a special shout out to Karen Chi, your writer, who really had a very, very eloquent piece, on the day that it happened. It was very moving, and it's just a sign that with the Asian American community, enough is enough. We're just fed up, and the study that Karen cited on your show a few days ago. Anti-Asian American crime has risen almost 150% in the last year. And in that same study, overall hate crime went down 7%. And this is precisely due to weaponizing terms like China virus and Kung flu. And also the fact that even in this particular crime, there's debate whether this crime was racially motivated. Asian American women are 2 times as likely to be assaulted in America. This was clearly racially motivated. This was clearly a hate crime. And it's, as a guy who used to be a doctor and whose wife is still practicing medicine, I have an idea of how to solve COVID. It's, mask, vaccination, common sense, don't be an ass. It's just, but I think that I don't, as a human, I don't know how to solve racism. It's just there. It's so. It takes listening, learning, loving, being tolerant, but but it really starts off in our particular case as Asian Americans. This Kung flu has to stop, and we really need to express that loudly, and we are. And thank you, man. I thank you for letting me express that.
Of course, thank you for sharing those thoughts. One thing which is often spoken about in the entertainment industry, especially, is how important representation is, and how that can bridge the gap insofar as you have people who are racist who maybe never see different races in positive lights. And you must appreciate, last time you were here was season 1 of The Masked Singer. This was a show that I believe if my memory serves, your mother was a fan of the Korean version of the show.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, and this is a less a plug for my show than it is nice to be on a show where you can, and we're one of several that you can just kind of take a break and just and be silly for a second, and just escape the realities of it. And it, in this day and age, I mean, I think that's what entertainment has evolved to, because there is value in what you're doing right now, and especially you, like merging political thought and comedy and entertainment, and myself, I'm merging just kind of my essence as a former physician and as an overactor. I guess my overacting is somehow, we're just sick of people who do it well, who act. And, it's just good to have.
It's nice. It's a thriving time for overactors.
Yes, it's a thriving time for overactors, fractured non-talents such as myself. It's just nice to have a say in the verse of song that.
Now, you actually, and again, congratulations, you're in season 5 of this show. It's a runaway hit, but you went back and you appeared on, this is the original Masked Singer in Korea, that you sang as the Golden Pig.
Yes, it was 2019 was a year of the pig, and they asked me. A shout out to Craig Plestis, who is the showrunner of American Masked Singer. He said, would love for you to go to Korea to promote it, and I went to Korea around 2019 to just. Like under secrecy, no one knew I was in my hotel room, just like in the American Masked Singer here, where you have to, be in a hotel room and just be completely offline and off the grid. And so I was there in Korea for 3 days in my hotel room, went like under a mask, went straight to the studio, performed, really got an idea of what the contestants on the show do, and it's like they stuck me in a small. It reminded me of my college dorm room at Duke. It was just like a little twin bed, and it was just me and just I'm rehearsing Radiohead's "Creep" ad nauseum, and it's something I would just do all the time, like doing karaoke. It's like my go-to Okie song, and I just went out there completely nervous, and it was really surreal, and I got a deep appreciation of what the contestants on the show do. It's a shout out to all the contestants who do it. It's incredibly hard. It's a lot easier, again, to overact and to be stupid, and to be. It's so much more difficult than my lane.
First of all, I like that. Like everyone who went to Duke, you managed to subtly drop it in. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate that.
What? Just because I graduated like 1990 with a Bachelor of Science in Zoology, and it came very organically off the tip of my tongue, and it's from there I got into UNC Med School, and then had a career in like internal medicine for 7 years at an HMO here in Southern California, and then jeted over to Knocked Up, directed by Judd Apatow, my first role, and then had my own eponymous show called Dr. Ken, and somehow you think I shoehorned it? Somehow. Who are you talking? What are you doing? You're telling people to cut me off just because I got Duke on you, dog?
Wait.
How dare you?
Thank you for that. Because I think Wikipedia is down across the nation, so that's really helpful. Hey, but I have a serious question. How, Ken, and I apologize if I'm, so obviously on The Masked Singer,
Yep.
When you did the South Korean version, how famous are you there? Were people very excited when they saw you?
It was kind of, I think I'm kind of sorta. I think I'm kind of sorta famous there. They were because when and I knew that going in. So I think there's a level of familiarity, but not like intense fame. And so when I did sing, and then you hear what the judges are saying, they're saying this is Jack Black. This is like someone amazing like Jack Black. When I revealed myself, it was not like, who is this guy? Oh, we kind of sort of know it's Ken, but it's like, oh, it's not Jack Black. Like it was a little bit of like, it was like, no, you're good. We know who you are, and credit to you. Good job, good on you. But we kind of wanted Jack Black.
Did you tell them that Jack Black didn't go to Duke?
I did, and I explained why. And they cut everything. And I said, how dare you? Jack Black never went to Duke, never had a Bachelor of Science in Zoology, never went to the University of North, and then, and so on and so on.
Right, sure. I think we're all familiar with it now.
I think we're all familiar with the story.
Hey, first of all, I think it's very exciting that there's a Ken's Day in our week right now. I want to congratulate you on that.
This interview doesn't happen if you're not contractually obligated to say Ken's Day. So I appreciate that.
Made it.
So it's part of my rider. It's also part of my Room Raider deep dive background there. So yeah, it's very important that you bring it up.
Ken, congrats on the show. It's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks so much for being here and helping provide context in these trying times. And next time, I look forward to doing it in person.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.